Welcome to Game Nights with JR. I'm JR, and I'm here to introduce you to the July feature games. July's theme is Lunar Legacies because the moon landing happened on July 20th, 1969. So this is the anniversary, if you will, of the moon landing. And you may not know this, but I am obsessed with space. I have been since I was a little kid. And so I'm so excited to bring you all of these space-themed games. Now, remember, in Game Nights with JR, the feature games are the ones that are already set up when you walk into the room. You don't have to unpack them, you don't have to set them up, and you don't have to learn to play them. I am on hand to teach you how to play these games. So you don't have to read the rules, you don't have to watch an instruction video. Of course you can if you want to, but you don't have to. That's my guarantee at Game Nights with JR. So without any further ado, let's dive into the July feature games. All of them space themed to celebrate the moon landing. First up is Signal. Have you seen that movie Arrival with Amy Adams? By the way, that movie, incredible science fiction movie. Denis Villeneuve directed it, and it's based on a short story by Ted Chiang that you absolutely should read if you haven't. It's incredible. Anyway, back to Signal. In Signal, this is a sort of a one versus many game, except it's cooperative. So the one plays an alien intelligence that is trying to communicate with Earth, sort of like the octopodes in Arrival, right? And the rest of you are all scientists, linguists, who are trying to crack the alien code. So you play in several rounds where the alien is communicating via a set of shapes and doodads, and you're trying to discern the logic or the rhythm behind the alien intelligence. It's a really cool little game, and again, it's cooperative. The alien is trying to be understood, and we're all trying to understand it. And in a way, isn't that a great metaphor for today? So yeah, Signal is going to be a cool little game. It doesn't take a long time, and you can all take turns being the alien trying to communicate, or if you just want to be part of the linguistics team, you can do that too. So here's Signal. GPS is one of Allplay's terrific small box games. I've featured tons of those over the months here at Game Nights with JR. In GPS, you're all taking turns launching satellites into orbit, and you have to use a spinner. And what you're trying to do is get your satellites all in the correct order, which is a lot more frustrating than it sounds because you can only place satellites where the spinner lands. So this is a good combination of luck and strategy that doesn't take very long and is tons of fun. Plus you're launching satellites, that's kind of fun too, right? You can pretend to be like a better version of SpaceX. The Captain is Dead is a really fun set of games. This is the third installment, Dangerous Planet, and it is a cooperative game. In fact, it's so chaotic it almost feels like a party game. It will play with up to 9, is that right? Nope, 7. I knew it. See, I was going to say 7, and then I said 9 instead. Plays with up to 7 people, and you all play members of a crew. So some of you might be the security person or the doctor or the ship's hologram. All these different... no one's the captain, though, because the captain is dead. That's right. You've landed on this alien planet, and the captain died, and now you're being overrun by bugs, sort of like Starship Troopers. And so in this game, you are trying to recover the artifacts that you came to this planet for and get back to the ship and take off without being overrun by bugs. The problem is the bugs are bugs. They breed really fast and they come in nearly endless waves. So you've got to work together to try to figure out how to get off the planet as quickly and efficiently as possible without dying, or at least without all of you dying, I guess. This is a fun game. It's a weird and unique game, and it has a modular board, so you can set it to be as difficult or as easy as you want. Well, not as easy as you want, because it's never easy. Those bugs, man. Ugh. Anyway, The Captain is Dead is a blast, and I can't wait to play it with you at an upcoming July game night. If you're a patron, you already saw my 5 favorite resource management games, so you know that ARX is in there. ARX is a space battling game, and it is a fairly simple game for as big and complex as it looks, and frankly as heavy as this box is. I will warn you, this is probably the heaviest game, both literally and metaphorically, that I'm bringing to game nights this month. But if you want a game that's a little bit more of a challenge, but also provides a ton of great player interaction and some game mechanics that are really clever that you've never seen integrated quite in the way you'll see them in Arcs. I highly recommend giving this one a try. It is a ton of fun, and it's one that I want to play over and over and over again. Of course, as with any of my games, I have the upgraded components here, so you're going to be playing with some premium pieces. It looks great on the table. It is a game you want to return to again and again. And yeah, Arcs is an absolute blast. If you've ever played Root or Oath, it's from Cole Werrell, I think is how you say his last name. I'm not sure. Sorry, Cole. Anyway, his games are super fun, and this is by far the most accessible of all of them. So I definitely think you'll enjoy playing Arcs at our game nights in July, because after all, it's a space game. Get away from her. Oh, I'm sorry. These are my Ripley and Xenomorph pop figures. Thought that would be fun because our final game for space is Escape from the Aliens in Outer Space. I think some of you who came to our very first game night back in October last year might have played this game. It is essentially a souped up version of Battleship, where half of the players are humans, the other half are aliens, sort of like this little guy, who are working together to try to exterminate the humans. The humans, in the meantime, are just trying to escape from the aliens in outer space. No, they're just trying to escape from the space station. So on the various maps that you have on your player boards, there are escape pods in the various corners, and humans are trying to get there. What's super fun about this is it's a totally hidden movement game. You track your movements by a grid that everyone has access to, but no one can see anyone else's movement. And if that doesn't make sense, trust me, it will when you set it up. So the aliens are trying to work together to figure out where the humans are. The humans are trying to get someplace without getting caught, get to one of the escape pods, of course, before someone else. Because if you get to escape pod 2 before I do and you take it, then I can't use escape pod 2. It's gone. Thanks a lot. You stranded me with the aliens. Anyway, this game is really cool. It's got a clever card drawing mechanic that gives clues to where you might be on the map or might not be. And yeah, it is really, really tense and fun. I think this game is a blast. It is definitely one that's come to my table over and over and over. It was, I think, honestly, one of the first board games I got when I started collecting. So it has definitely stood the test of time, and I would say it's one of the most requested games to be played at my house. So if you haven't tried Escape from the Aliens in Outer Space, it's a really good blend of strategy and party game, and then like that hidden identity, hidden movement, sort of like Werewolf or something like that, right? It's really fun, and yeah, it really does kind of simulate what it probably feels like to be poor Ripley in those Alien movies over and over and over again. Or, of course, maybe what it feels like to be a xenomorph on the hunt. So definitely try to check out Escape from the Aliens in Outer Space. Pop figures not included. Okay, there you have it. Those are the feature games for our July game nights, which are themed Lunar Legacies. I love space and I love these games, so I can't wait to play them with you in July. If you have any questions, of course, drop a comment in the video. Let me know which ones you're the most excited to play. Make sure you also check the link to see when all of our upcoming game nights are, because July is packed. Looking forward to seeing you at one. I want to say again, thank you to all of the patrons. Of course, don't forget, we will have a July Player's Choice game, and I've got a couple of really awesome choices for that, so I can't wait to see what you players choose to have featured in July as well. Thank you for following along. Of course, if you want to become a patron, you're always welcome to subscribe below. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you at an upcoming game night.